The 3Cs of Copywriting (CPW) as a profession, how it works for beginners: compel, attention control; convince, belief control; convert, action control. I am Mohammed Abdulkarim Sadu Imodagbe Max, and design and fix sales communication systems using the 3Cs. The 3Cs of Copywriting (CPW) as a profession, how it works for beginners. Professional copywriting specialization. I specialize in email, sales, and content (ESC) copywriting in general. I also focus on strategic value and impact copywriting as my specialty. Introduction: Copywriting and CPW. One of the most uniqueness of copywriting as a profession is the ability to be concise and precise with persuasive and influential sales copy or letters. It is about quality, not quantity use of words to drive home persuading message and call to action CTA, where actionable messages make click, buy, believe, etc. in business of copywriting. What I'm saying here is that CPW is a substitute for copy in the copywriting industry. One noting existing use of copy as representation of copywriting in the industry, my CPW copywriting concept is not out of it, rather deep, wide, and rich knowledge of the industry. Because the subject is about breaking down complex situations to simple understanding of beneficiaries. Professionally, abbreviation is not only used in all human endeavors, but as an instrument to aid and ease communication transaction of any kind, just as abbreviation is an element of copywriting and branding of any kind. For example, social media, advertisement, ad, artificial intelligence, AI, Thailand food, Thai food, etc. are business concepts with copywriting abbreviation assisted branding (CAB). Also interested in branding as element of a copywriting. It is an aspect of copywriting because business is about smartness, conciseness, precision, timely, subject to copywriting principles. Professionally, as copywriter, I believe that the word copywriting cannot be left out. Copywriting as a psychological trigger, persuasive copy is not only about cogent or precise closing sales, but this cognizance of time and space characterize abbreviation in which CPW as used here is not different, meaning that my CPW is a relative alternative substitution to copy in the copywriting industry. I developed the abbreviation CPW for the term copywriting to simplify and clarify communication about the profession and practice. This is this approach is similar to some of the examples mentioned above. Additionally, keep in mind that copy is often used interchangeably within the industry. Essentially, copywriting involves transforming many words such as headline, a CTA, slogan, short sales message into few, here through letters in case of CP have evolved here. Research, skills, and innovation are three major drive of the industry. So my CPW came about research and skill innovation as a second short form of copy in the industry. The summary of CPW copywriting: compare, convince, convert. As I design and fix sales communication systems using the 3Cs, the CPW is simply alternative or substitute to copy in the industry. My definition of 3Cs as concept of copywriting: I define CPW copywriting, the art of crafting compelling, convincing, and converting sales, copy, or messages. Benefit of CPW. CPW copywriting abbreviated version limits number of letters like copy to drive home a point. One of the functions of copywriting is caution of choice of words and number of words that persuade, influence, and engage in business solutions. CP is not only insignificant in this manner, but is and more professional usage, smartness, and substitute to copy in the copywriting industry. Introducing the 3Cs: compare, convince, and convert control. Compare, attention control; convince, belief control; and convert, action control. The 3Cs of copywriting, how it works for beginners in real copywriting. 1. When you write a line of copy, ask: 1. Clear. What am I really saying? Would a non-expert understand this? 2. Concise. What can I remove without losing meaning? Can one word do the job of 3? Compelling. What should the reader care now? What is in it for them? Example: service description not apply the 3Cs. We offer innovative and high-quality copywriting services designed to help brands grow and reach their target audience effectively. Apply the 3Cs. Clear. What exactly do you do? You write copy that helps brands get results. Concise. Remove filler words like innovative, high quality, designed to. Compelling. What result does the client want? After 3Cs applied, what do we get? We write clear, persuasive copy that helps brands attract attention and drive action. Why this works? Clear. Anyone understands it. Concise. Fewer words, say meaning. Compelling. Focuses on results. How it works for beginners in real copywriting too. Compelling makes you pay attention. There is a say problem somewhere. It can be split into two. Someone having a problem and needs solution, and another is to provide it. The one providing the solution has to study the situation to craft the solution. It is like a case of medical doctor to a patient. The fact that the solution connects the problem makes it compelling and attention calling. Psychology of focus. Convincing makes you believe. The ability to believe is subject to what is calling attention. In marketing or sales arena, this is mindset and perception about a solution. Psychology of the mind or belief. Converting makes you act or play. It is a shared midpoint between pays and gains, a mutual reward that satisfies the parties. I call it equilibrium of demand and supply in copywriting. Sales or marketing problems and solutions, psychology of decision making. It should be noted that at the point of payment conversion, there is a balance. There is a balance of interest. That is why it converts between schemes provider, copywriter, and beneficiary client. The 3Cs of copywriting: what, why, how, result, framework. Compelling, what works, attention. Convincing, why and how it works, belief. And then converting, working, result, and reward, action. From complexity to simplicity, breaking down the 3Cs of copywriting for application. Compare. What can you do to drive attention of your client? Convince. Why and how your solution solves the problem. convert, result, readily, deliver as expected. Distinction between compelling and convincing. You can compare and convince, yes, they are very close. So I want to distinguish them here by saying that convincing makes you believe, one compelling makes you pay attention. Similarity. Sometimes a message can be both compelling enough to hold attention and convincing enough to win an agreement. This is what plays out in copywriting. This explains conversion and call to action CTA in copywriting, and the peak of the idea, compare and convince, for sure as twin go-aheads relative concept on the subject and CTA supports. Finally, before leaving this topic, let me have an authoritative version of the above definition as CPW, copywriting, is the strategic art of crafty messages that compel attention, convince belief, and convert action. Subscribe to our YouTube for more of this. Thank you very much.